It's the first day back at school for all of the teams and drivers. Formula One returns with the first race of the season here at the Bahrain International Circuit. Welcome to 2021. It's the first stop on the 2021 campaign. Pre-season testing is done. The teams are back at the Shakir Circuit in Bahrain. It's the first stop on 23 races around the globe in just 9 months. It all kicks off here on the 28th of March in Bahrain. On the 18th of April, we are in Italy for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. The 2nd of May sees Portugal return once again before the traditional European season starts with the Spanish Grand Prix on the 9th of May. Monaco returns to the calendar, the jewel in the crown on the 23rd of May. On the 6th of June, we are in Azerbaijan, Baku, followed then by the Canadian Grand Prix on the 13th, with the controversial sprint race idea being introduced there. The 27th of June sees the French Grand Prix at Paul Ricard before the quite similar races of last year, the original 3 that kicked off the year, now rounds 9, 10 and 11. The 4th of July for the Austria Grand Prix. The British Grand Prix marked the dates, the 18th of July, and on the 1st of August is the Hungarian Grand Prix before the traditional summer break and a triple header. On the 29th of August we go to Belgium at Spa. Our first race since the 80s at Zandvoort, the Netherlands, for the Dutch Grand Prix on the 5th of September. And on the 12th of September, it's the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. A 2-week break before we go to Russia on the 26th of September, and then Singapore on the 3rd of October, back to back with the Japanese Grand Prix. 7 days later on the 10th. The United States Grand Prix returns on the 24th of October, the Day of the Dead, the 31st, Halloween in October for the Mexico Grand Prix. On the 7th of November we go to Brazil, Australia now on the 21st of November. The first ever night race and the first ever race for Saudi Arabia in terms on the 5th of December, and the season rounds out in the desert once again in Abu Dhabi on the 12th of December. It's the 2021 Bahrain Grand Prix, and this is your Grand Prix preview. And joining me now in the first half of this programme is Megan Burge. Unclean! You're back at school. You could give me COVID.
I have a COVID test every Wednesday and Sunday.
Yeah, don't worry. Plus, I've had the vaccine as well, so we're perfectly fine with that. Hello, Megan. Welcome back up to the commentary box. Back in for another season here. We're not going to see that much in the first half of the year, mainly more in the second half.
Maybe not even then.
Yeah, but so you're here for the first...
In the middle.
Yeah, you're here for the first race of the season as well in Bahrain. You did pre-season testing as well. What caught your eye at pre-season testing? Was it Tsunoda or Verstappen or anything like that?
I think Tsunoda was quite good. Though I also think that Sainz really caught my eye in Ferrari.
Sainz acclimatised amazingly quickly to that Ferrari. I mean, he's only had 3 days, a new team, new car.
He was already doing better than Vettel did in the first 5 races.
Exactly. He was so much on pace as well. Looking ahead, Mercedes, now for the first time in a couple of years, they haven't topped a pre-season test.
No.
They were down in about 5th or 6th place in the combined times.
Alonso was doing better.
Alonso was doing better, yeah. Problems on the first day of testing meant they lost 4 hours and lost quite a lot in the afternoon as well. They found what Toto Wolff describes it as a fly in the soup or a hair in the porridge. I don't know which one it was, but is this the year they're vulnerable? Both are bad, yeah. Is this the year that they're vulnerable?
Possibly. I think it'll be quite a big fight.
Between Red Bull and Mercedes, or Hamilton and Verstappen?
I think individually.
Yeah.
But I also think Bottas is going to throw himself into the mix.
Completely, yeah. Do you think Bottas can... He's saying over the winter, in order to be world champion, I must become like Rosberg did for that 1 year, ruthless, determined.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? But my question as well to you is, has he got what it takes to be a world champion?
I think he does. I've always wanted Bottas to be a world champion, even if it meant Lewis not being one.
Lewis going for an 8th world title to break the record of Michael Schumacher seems possible, but 23 races, it's a long way to go to try and get that done. I mean, there's over 2,000 points. It's a long way.
I reckon he might do it, though I also really want Bottas to.
Yeah. Okay, talking about Fernando Alonso then, back in Formula One after a 2-year break with Alpine, which was Renault, your favourite driver on the grid.
Yeah.
He's 39 years old. He looks 20. He slimmed down a lot for IndyCar last year with the 500. He's a lot fitter than when he left. He's a lot more mentally prepared. But he's got that metal jaw after his cycling accident, so airports are a nightmare for him. But the question is Alonso actually going to deliver this weekend, or is it going to take a while?
He's had a bit of a break, which is good for him. Maybe not the getting hit by a car bit.
The car bit was a bit of a... we'll take that as it comes.
On a bump in a road, literally.
Literally a bump in the road on his return to Formula One. But it was announced... Styria last year, it's the second round of the season. Alonso's coming back. He's going to take the team in a new direction. But is it very much going to be like when Schumacher returned to Formula One? Or is it too early to tell?
I don't think it will be, since he's shown in testing that he has the pace again.
Fantastic. Kimi Raikkonen, Alfa Romeo, 41 years old on the grid. He did over 3 Bahrain Grand Prix distances in testing. That's over 300 laps in one afternoon. Sorry, about 150 laps in one afternoon. He did a total of 300 across the whole test. But that is an amazing strength as well.
He's still
Raikkonen.
going strong as well. I mean, you saw him literally battling Tsunoda.
Yeah, on the track as well in the last couple of moments.
Times. He was just like Tsunoda gets fastest lap. Just Raikkonen just like, nope.
Yeah, back on the top. Tsunoda then, quickly talk about him. Young gun, the youngest Japanese driver in Formula One. He's certainly the smallest. He's about your height. So if we ever have an interview with you two together, I think you might actually just be taller than him. He's a very small chap. But
I'll have to look it up. I'm 5'3".
He's less than that. Is Tsunoda the next Max Verstappen? Is he AlphaTauri and Red Bull's next big hope for a world championship?
I think, yeah.
Excellent. Right. Thank you, Megan. You'll be back in the box for FP2 tomorrow as well. Reminder that free practice sessions are only an hour now. So Megan and Dad aren't going to be fighting over which sessions I'm doing, which sessions I'm not. They're all just 1 hour. So you all get equal treatment. But let's take a look around the Bahrain International Circuit now with Lap Attack. Let's take a look around the Shakir circuit, the Bahrain International Circuit, 3.362 miles, 15 turns, 3 DRS zones, and an elevation change high at 40 metres. It is the trickiest circuit on the calendar in terms of constant time. Start the lap now! Already in 8th gear, flat out on the overtake button. Maximum fuel usage as you hit the first real heavy braking zone on the track. Down to 2nd gear for the right-handed turn 2. Left as well, up the hill towards turn number 4. Open up the DRS zone for the first time. Now swoop round turn number 4. Now don't go for the apex all the time. Let the car drift out as you get the better run through 5, 6 and 7. Jump the curbs a little bit into the braking zone 9 of turn 8. Really heavy, really put the power down through 2nd gear. Now turns 9 and 10. The trickiest corners on the track. A double left whilst braking. Turn 10, hardest to crack. Go for the outside wider line. You get a straighter one for the 2nd DRS detection point on the run down the national straight towards turn number 11. Flick the car into the left, put the power down mid-apex to drift you out wide through 12 and into turn 13, my favourite part of the track. Get too much on the curves, the car will spin you round. Into 14 now, quick flick to the left before opening up the DRS once again, and straight down now, under the sand dunes as well, into turn number 15 and 16. Really 2 last braking points on the track. Flick the car into the left, the little corner there counts as the last corner, flat out to the line, DRS open again in the first zone, and that is a lap of the Bahrain International Circuit. And Ian Birch joins me now, replacing Megan. Dad, welcome back. Another season. But there's a special thing.
Done testing.
You've already done testing.
On, is it?
Yeah, you're on. I can hear you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I can't.
Do you know,
I was about 5 minutes.
You've only got 5 minutes, but I was about to say that this is your, 61st season? But it's a very special one.
I'm only 60 tomorrow.
That's it. It's your 60th birthday tomorrow.
Aye.
That's going to be
Wow.
fantastic.
I'm not in my 50s anymore from today.
Well, tomorrow.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Why is it going to be fun?
Well, one, you get to be on air on your birthday. Two, we've got FaceTiming people.
Aren't we supposed to be talking about Formula One?
Yeah, and three, I've seen the cake and the
People,
presents.
people can't believe I'm 60.
No, I know, that's a
think I'm
comment we get a lot.
70.
We get the comment all the way saying, are you really that old? You don't look
Yes,
it.
I am.
You don't. Honestly, I'm
I
going to pay
am.
him a compliment here and he's going to hold it against me for the rest of the year, but you don't look it. I look older.
He does.
I do. Right, let's go on to the Formula One then. We'll talk more about your birthday tomorrow when we're actually on air and the tributes start coming in saying, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, it probably
I hope
is.
somebody remembers.
Hang on, everybody's remembered. But anyway,
Come on, let's get on with this
because we've only got 5
we've done
minutes.
8 hours of testing for 3 days.
Yes,
and we've done
yeah.
something else as well.
Yeah, I asked Megan as well about the same thing, about what she made of testing. What did you make of testing? Who really caught your eye?
Williams are a bit better. Red Bull are a lot better. Mercedes were...
Up the creek without a paddle. That was my take from it.
I don't believe it.
No, I don't. I think they were sandbagging a little bit.
I don't believe it. I think they were testing some stuff out and it didn't work, and that the real car will be on the grid tomorrow.
Do you think they'll have pole position and the race win easily, or
No,
Red Bull?
no, it's going to be close.
Yeah.
McLaren are my favourites to be surprised this year.
They look so
Right.
tasty.
We noticed the diffuser straight off.
Yeah, we said it on the air.
We said it about the fact that everyone else has missed a trick there.
It's like when Braun did it about 11 years
Yeah.
ago. It's just simple little tweaks to the regulations, and you got it.
Yeah, we've got quite a few good young drivers in there. We've got Mickey Schumacher in. We've got the other guy.
Sonoda as well. That's going to be fun.
Sonoda. You
Yeah.
know, anybody who's listened to our commentaries knows that I often mention Sonoda. Sonoda is very small, right?
He's about Megan's. He's smaller than Megan, actually, I think.
What he's got to get used to in this car,
Yeah.
he's in the AlphaTauri, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is that they've had to put like extender blocks on the pedals.
Yeah, so you can reach
To
it,
extend the pedals so that things. So he's got to get to grips
The depth
with
is-
the
yeah.
depth of each movement. He won't take long, but you know it's something the others haven't got to do.
No, precisely. And another one as well that
And
I
because everybody's been saying, "Oh, he's so small, the airbox will get a full thing of air." Well, the
That's a good
airbox is
point, isn't it?
designed not to get a full thing of air because most of them have got a tall enough
yeah,
to block part of the airbox. More
yeah.
isn't necessarily a good thing in a Formula One car because it's a highly sophisticated thing.
What else is going to go
and
in
that's
there?
all been
yeah.
worked out, you know. So we'll see. But yeah, you watch Sonoda because Sonoda is very good with his tyres.
Extremely good.
Extremely. He won a race last year by basically it was the feature race and
In Bahrain, yeah.
and he didn't pit until about 2-3 laps before the end
and got it, yeah.
for his compulsory pit stop because
got- yeah.
he used the tires until they were virtually
Yeah.
non-existent.
And it was bald spots
he
all
was,
over.
He was
yeah.
pulling away all the time. Sonoda, watch Sonoda. Mickey Schumacher is good. He's inherited his family traditions. Mazepin. He's
it's
not
tricky.
a bad driver, but he's not a very nice person.
Yeah.
He's a bit big-headed, and he's a bit. I hope it's good for him. I hope it sorts him out because he's got his personal problems off thing, which has caused a lot of the journalists not to want to actually talk to him.
We were watching the press conference earlier, and
Yeah, it
nobody
was
directed
amazing.
yeah.
There was only one journalist that asked him a question.
Yeah, nobody else did, and Tom Clarkson was made.
To ask the things. The lad is young and he's a little rich kid, and right, let's hope it just makes him grow up and he won't do these things anymore.
I hope so.
And that's because he's not a bad driver. As a driver,
it's just
he's
his
got
mentality.
the
yeah.
talent, and we've seen it in the past with other people who have gone on to IndyCar. You know,
Yeah.
one of them had his mobile phone in the car,
Ferrucci, yeah.
and he got the shock of his life, thought he could do everything he wanted and realised he couldn't. Like everybody,
And it sorted him
you
out.
know, even if you're one of the top drivers, you have to just you have to be part of a team, and you have to conduct yourself off track, right? James Hunt is a long, long time ago.
Yeah, back in. Yeah.
And James Hunt was a very special person who I really admired. And, you know.
Here he goes. Here's the impressions.
And we lost Murray.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Anyway, we've only got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, so quick question.
We lost Murray.
Yeah, that's a big one, yeah.
Joshua's face when he picked up his phone and found out
yeah.
was one of his heroes had died.
Yeah, heartbreaking,
that
one.
Yeah, it was.
Completely unexpected and out of the blue. But
and I'm trying to educate Joshua into actually calling Lewis this year and not
Hamilton.
Well,
it's tricky
Hamilton
as well.
is a play.
Yes.
Right?
But when you're commentating on so many
Hamilton.
cars... we'll see.
I know, but
we'll get into it.
Lewis is Lewis because Lewis is special. He is our Lewis.
Just talking about that, can he go for an 8th world title?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say
and a 9th and a 10th.
He's going to go for a while.
I've listened to what Lewis has had to say.
I was in the press conference as well.
It's all to do with Toto. If you haven't realised it, it's whether or not Toto is going to stay around.
Yeah.
Because Lewis likes the people around him that he can trust and he knows inside out, right? And then he's at peace, and he can when he's at peace. If there's anything bothering Lewis, right? He never drives badly.
No,
right?
but
you can always tell when there's something bothering him, like when his auntie was ill.
Yeah, all the time as well.
And,
slow performances.
Slightly slow performances for Lewis is still
podiums.
Podiums.
But you're right. You can always tell.
And even wins.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, he won Bahrain.
He will win on. Yeah. He will win on 4 wheels. He will win on 3 wheels.
He did. That's the thing. He did.
He did.
Yeah. He won Bahrain while having COVID.
I'm a big fan of Lewis ever since his GP2 days with Nico. Him and Nico knew each other from when they were little. They used to kart together. Their fathers were friends. And be honest, right? You know, it's brilliant. The battles they've had all the way through
constantly,
you know, and we've been lucky enough to see them. Lando. I'm thinking he's taking on too much. He's got too much to worry about. He wants to be team leader in a team where there don't need to be a team leader.
No, he's got Ricardo
team leaders motivate the others. How do you motivate Danny Rick?
I know. And also the press conference revealing slightly too much about his personal life, I noticed as well.
But we've only got Lando's word for that.
Yeah. I mean, he's on Twitch every other time, so you can imagine that it's not, anything else he was saying that he wasn't going to say.
Twitch, not Tinder.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, that's right. Tinder is the dating app, well done, and Twitch is the streaming for games as well that we do the commentary on, but nicely remembered.
I'm nearly 60. So.
It doesn't have a mobile phone. We do, but you don't have
I have an Apple iPhone
4.
Apple iPhone 4, which hasn't been charged up.
Yeah, well,
for about a year,
constantly,
and hasn't been used
since I got previous.
For 4 years.
Anyway, we've diving.
If anybody doesn't know, I'm not been well, and that's why I sit down, and that's why Joshua's had to rearrange the camera.
Yeah, and hopefully, I think that's how we're going to have it for practice as well this year. So we'll have a look. Wrapping up then.
It's the highlight of my life, this, and you know, like.
It's fun,
isn't it? Shows you how bad it is, doesn't it? This is the highlight.
Oh, thanks. I was going to bring birthday
They never laugh
cakes.
at me joke. They never laugh at me jokes. They don't like me impressions.
Well, I was going to bring in birthday stuff and everything, and I'm not going to bother.
Well, I don't know. Queen's apple juice for you.
I was going to bring in champagne.
If anybody saw testing, that we were talking about the Queen's apple juice. She has 6 different varieties, and they are on you can buy them at quite a few of these farm shops near these big country houses, and especially Sandringham and especially Windsor.
There's your plug. First plug of the year, or second, or third. I can't remember.
Yes.
I mean, we did so much in testing, I can't even remember what we did and didn't do. Right, conditions.
The new £50 note today, you know.
Is there? I didn't know that. I'll have to have a look.
It maybe was the guru behind Bexley and the code things, right? It's his picture on the back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right, wrapping up then, because we've got to go off air, ready for the practice sessions tomorrow.
I've been telling you to wrap up.
Well, it's a reduction now.
I've
Practice.
insisted sometimes.
Yes, you have. All 3 practice sessions.
And I interrupt you. You say I'm like Piers and I interrupt you, but I just do it on purpose.
It is like working with Piers Morgan. I thought I was the controversial one, but no,
What?
you are.
Me?
Yeah.
Controversial?
No, you're completely Eddie. You've taken on Eddie Jordan's role.
What? Because I say what I think.
Yes. Right.
I'm-
Testing.
I'm nearer Eddie's age.
You
than-
are, yeah. Testing is still available to watch if you want to catch up on all the days as well. We had some great
I didn't
guests
think I'd ever
joining
get
me.
to 60.
Oh, you didn't at one point, but yeah, here you
Yeah.
are. Welcome. Well, you're not 60 yet, so there's still time. There's still time not to make it if you keep interrupting me. Yes. Got the final word in. Yeah, right. So practice tomorrow. It's
He calls
all
it interrupting. I calls it as I want.
practice tomorrow. It's all.
Calling is what you call it in the United States. This is New
We're
York.
going to get shut off here.
NBC4 New York.
We've got 30 seconds. We're going to get shut off.
I miss Days of Our Lives
I do. Anyway, testing
on
is.
NBC4 New York.
Stop it. Testing is still available tomorrow as well to watch all here on the YouTube channel. Practice has been reduced. It's now all 1 hour across the 3 sessions, so it's not that much time to take out and watch
And
here on
it's only
YouTube.
because of me, because I can't sit down. I can't stay here that long.
Yeah, so they've reduced
So
it just
they've
for you.
reduced it
Yeah.
just for me.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Well, 11:20 GMT tomorrow. Ian Birch joins me in the commentary box at 3 o'clock GMT. Megan Birch in the commentary box FP2. FP3, that's still to be decided. Whichever one of these two fights it out for another hour. Qualifying in the race, we're all back together again as well. And of course, we're on air for the qualifying show on Saturday at, I believe it's 2:40 GMT. And the race show gets underway 3:30 GMT. And we also have MotoGP
And
this
it's
weekend.
windy in Bahrain.
I was about to bring up to that as well.
Yeah.
How much is that going to play a factor into tomorrow with that wind?
Well, I'll tell you this: people just don't learn from this win
No.
because Rachel had problems with her dress, and so
Natalie
did
did,
Natalie
yeah.
today. Natalie's dress was lovely. It's a lovely red thing. I've got to show it to your mum because she'll love that.
in terms of cars tomorrow, a lot of track action predicting with that
Well,
wind.
as I said, they're all getting used to the new regulations and the new aero packages and things like that. And as we saw, Lewis even had problems
Yeah.
with that. Max said today that everybody's having problems with the wind, and it'll take a couple of races in the wind for them to get used to it. But you never know.
Excellent. Right, join us tomorrow.
Lewis,
Yes, 11:20 GMT
Oh.
tomorrow.
Sir Lewis,
Oh, damn. That's another one. So,
Sir Lewis
11:20.
Hamilton now.
Oh, dear. 11:20 tomorrow, GMT, for free practice
He
one
is
here
Sir
on
Lewis.
YouTube. He is, yeah. So, 11:20 GMT. My thanks to Megan, my thanks to Dad. And we'll be back
Oh, yeah,
tomorrow for all
we-
the action, yeah?
We lost the Lord Bew, didn't we?
Yes.
Right,
Your
he was
point.
a Formula One driver.
Okay, nice.
He was Ayrton Senna's teammate for a year,
Okay.
and he died
Johnny
last
Dumfries.
week. Johnny Dumfries. Johnny Dumfries is a made-up name, right? He was really the Marquess of Bude, and he was dead posh, even posher than the person we just mentioned.
I was going to add that tomorrow in the commentary.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll add to that as well. Rest in peace to Sabine Schmitz, the queen of the
Sabine,
Nürburgring.
oh, Sabine's so funny, and she absolutely was one of the best drivers you could see. She's not the queen of the Nürburgring for nothing. She wasn't,
Yeah,
and so sad. She's died so
Yeah.
young.
51.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she had cancer like I had.
We'll be back, though, tomorrow, 11:20 GMT, for all the action from Free Practice 1. From us all here, though, bye for now.
Bye.